Hey, New Life Assembly, this is Pastor Josue, and I am excited to bring you some great news. Our governor has allowed us and opened up the ability to have service together, in-person service. So starting this Sunday, all right, starting this weekend, actually, we will be able to have in-person services here in our building, okay? And for that, for your safety and for making sure that everything is done properly and right, we have some guidelines and some changes that we're going to be doing. So I want you to look at a couple of things, and here's the schedule for our services. Now, what we have available is we're going to be there is no capacity restrictions by the governor for churches, but we are following the proper social distancing, physical distancing protocol. And we are doing that, and so you're going to be able to see a couple of the changes and things that we have done in order to meet those requirements. Okay, so we're excited, we're ready to do this. We don't have the capacity restrictions, but we are using wisdom and really putting our capacity at about a third of what it usually is. Okay, and that'll help us so that we can have multiple, plenty of space for everybody else. So here's the schedule that we have available for service, and this is starting this weekend. Okay, on Saturday at 6 p.m. we will have a French African service, and we will have a French African service. This is going to be for French. It'll be French and English, and the reason for that is because we usually use those translation devices, but we don't want to give those translation devices, and then those things will pick up germs. So we don't want to do that. So we're going to have a French African service at 6 p.m. and Facebook Live will be offered for that as well. Also, on Sunday at 9 a.m., we are going to have a seniors only service. This is only for our seniors that are retired, that are very vulnerable, that can get, that are very sick. We're going to have a separate service just for them at 9 a.m. And then at 11 a.m., everyone else, we're going to have a family service at 11 a.m. And also Facebook Live will be offered during that time, during that service as well. So here's a couple of basic guidelines that we have for it. All right. Number one, if you are sick, okay. If you are sick or don't feel ready to come, you don't feel like, hey, I don't think I want to get out there and be exposed to other people. I totally understand. We get it. So go ahead and please stay home. So if you're sick, you've got a fever, you don't feel good, all that stuff, listen, please stay home. If you don't feel ready, you just go ahead and do that. That's fine. And that's why the next thing is we will have online service. Online service will be available for Saturday at 6 p.m. for the French African service and at 11 a.m. For our family service. So one way or another, we will have a service available for you. You can watch us online, or you can come in person to come and see that. Now, if you do come for our in-person service, here's a couple things that we won't have. There will be no children's church, okay? During that time, there'll be no children's church and no nursery available as well, meaning that we won't have nursery workers or children's church workers serving those kids. We are not ready for that. We don't have the capabilities and the capacity to do that just yet. And plus, it's really hard to control kids from social distancing. So we leave that up to the parents. Parents, please. You're going to have to be able to watch your kids. Please watch your kids when you're here, and for that we're going to have some designated seating. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later about where everybody's going to be able to sit. No nursery available. We will have multiple classrooms and nursery available for parents. So if for some reason baby starts crying or something like that, we'll have other classrooms, not just the nursery available. We're going to have other classrooms available as well Additionally, where we'll put a crib there, we'll put a seat there for you, and you can sit down. We're going to have the Facebook Live tuned in those classrooms, and that is going to be only people from the same family can join, can be in that group, okay, in that room. Now, we prefer that only mom and mom and baby be in that one room. But if if you have other children or somebody else is there, we just want people from the same family in that room. No one else, just that family. Okay. The next thing is we won't have coffee or food will not be provided. There will be no coffee or food be provided. Can I tell you something as well? Please make sure you drink. Have your coffee, have your tea, have your donuts, have all that stuff. Make sure you eat all that, drink all that before you come to church. All right. We ask you that not to bring any extra food or food to share with other people. Please don't do that. Keep that to yourself. We want to limit and make sure that we are not spreading germs with everybody else and sharing germs with everybody. So please drink your coffee, drink your tea, eat your food, outside of the building, and please don't share that. The other thing we're going to have designated seating available for families and individuals. Let me show you a couple of pictures, or a picture of how our church is going to look and what it looks like. And you can see there that we've got the middle section is going to be for individuals or for people or couples that are 1 to 3 people. The middle 2 sections are going to be for 1 to 3 people, or 2 in between there. The side sections are going to be for families 4 to 5 people in that group. So when you come in, make sure you sit in one of these designated areas. We will be able to help you and guide you and show you kind of where you need to sit. But the middle sections are for groups of 1 to 3 people. Side sections are for groups of 4 to 5 people during that time. As you can see, we have already spaced out. We took chairs out. There's chairs that have been removed. We have already measured it, spaced it out. They are exactly 6 feet apart from each other, so there's plenty of space that's going on there. So there's going to be designated seating. The other thing that we're going to have one-way aisles to limit contact. If you can see, we've got arrows that we have put down the middle of those of the aisles. So there's going to be a couple aisles where you can come down, and then the other aisles are going to be for you to return and go back. So those are one-way aisles so that we can limit contact. I'll tell you what, we're going to have it so we're going to be so prepared. I think it's going to be even safer to come to church than it is to go to Walmart. I'll tell you that. We want you to continue to maintain good hygiene and safe distancing. So that means wash your hands, cover your mouth when you cough into your elbow, things like that. Wash your hands for 20 seconds, things like that. Good, proper hygiene. Make sure you do that. Keep your safe distancing. And because of that, we're going to have we're not going to be able to shake hands. So no shaking hands or hugging. So all of you people who love to hug and shake hands, I'm sorry, we're not going to be able to do that. But that's just something that we have to do to make sure that we maintain our social distancing from each other. Okay. The next thing, masks and gloves are encouraged to be brought, worn, and used properly. Okay, so if you want to come and you want to wear your mask, you want to wear some gloves, all that stuff, that's fine. Just make sure that you wear it properly, that you use it properly, and and that you dispose of it properly as well. Okay, so just make sure that you do that. So you can do that. That's totally fine. All right. I want to tell you before that the church has been thoroughly cleaned and highly touched areas will be sanitized before services, including our seats. So a couple of things. So we just had, we got a picture of our cleaning guy is from Stanley Steamer. He came through and he cleaned all of our carpets. So all of our carpets have been thoroughly cleaned and sanitized. We have our cleaning crew coming. They will be here on Friday, and they're going to be doing a deep clean then as well. And that will be, the church will be definitely super, super clean. And we also are going to be, we've got some great chemicals from our cleaning company so that we can spray over the highly touched areas and places. You know, we're gonna be wiping all that down and cleaning that up, and then we even have something over for the seats as well, so we can spray over the seats to kill any viruses. So all that is available. We are doing the best that we can to have our church ready for you and properly cleaned and sanitized. Also, the next thing is we're gonna have our restrooms. Our restrooms, there should only be used by 2 people at a time, so that we can limit the distancing, so we can limit our contact from each other. So restrooms should only be used for 2 people at a time. We will have the restrooms over close by the fellowship hall available and open, so you can use either one. That's going to be available as well. Another cool thing that we're going to be doing is tithes and offerings. We will not be picking up the tithes and the offerings, but instead we will have 2 places in the back with giving boxes where you can drop off and drop your offering there as well. So we won't have offering envelopes and in your seats and things like that. So when you come in, pick an offering envelope if you can, and there's a pen there that you can pick up. Fill out your offering envelope, and then at the end of service, when you leave, you can drop it off in the box, and that way we can limit our contact for one another. You can see we've got some hand sanitizer there as well, and then whenever you're done with that pen, just drop it in another container. We'll have a container where you can drop it off, and we'll sanitize those pens afterwards so that it can be used later. So our tithes and offerings, we won't have ushers picking up the offerings. That's going to be done at the end of service, where you can drop it off from there, which is another quick commercial. Just to let you know, this would be a perfect time for you to sign up for online giving. That way you don't have to worry about writing a check or bringing cash or anything like that. You can sign up for online giving, and that would be a little bit easier for you. Okay. The other thing, at the end of service, we will dismiss by rows, and everyone, we encourage you to leave promptly. All right. So we will be dismissing by rows. So one family at a time. We'll start announcing and let you know so you can leave. And we ask you to please, when you leave, go ahead and leave promptly. You can head over to your car. We're going to have multiple services going on, so we want to make sure that we get as many people as possible. And so we're excited about the opportunity to meet together, to come back together in one roof. So this is the best that we can make it. We're doing the best that we can to make sure that this is available for you. So we're excited to have in-person services starting this weekend. So listen, we want to see you. And again, there's no pressure. If you don't feel like coming, that I totally understand. All right, I totally understand that. But we would love to see you if you can. If you're able, you're ready, you're healthy, and you're fine. We want you to come, and we want to celebrate with you, and worship Jesus, and be together as one. All right. So we hope that this clears up some questions or anything that's going on. If you have any questions, please give me a call, contact me, send me an email, whatever, and let me know. Let me know if you have any questions or any concerns or anything like that, or maybe there's some things that you still have some questions about. I would love to address them. Maybe there's some things that we didn't even think about. You can point that out. We'll have that. We'll try to address it and fix that as soon as possible. So we want to see as many of you as possible if you can. But during those services, let's go ahead and show that schedule one more time. I want you to see that schedule one more time of what we have. The schedule again is Saturday at 6 p.m. our French African service, and we will have Facebook Live available. Sunday at 9 a.m. is going to be for our seniors only. And then Sunday at 11 a.m. will be for our family service. All right, that's going to be our family service where your kids will be there and everybody will be there at 11 a.m. So we're excited. We're ready. We want to see you, and we want to worship God with you. Okay. So thank you. Please share this with your family. Share this with your friends. Especially those people from our church, so that they know, what's going on here at New Life. All right. God bless you. Have a great week, and we hope to see you this weekend.